at least 1,000 runners and race supporters have just been trained in CPR, and this program has the potential to save lives during the marathon and beyond. And joining us now in studio are Patty McKenna, Dr. Erin Bagish, and Jarrett Barrios. Thank you all for coming in to talk about this important initiative. And Dr. Bagish, we'll start with you. How did this concept come about?
Well, marathoning has been around for a long time, and ever since the first marathon was run, there's been an acknowledgement of the fact that although it's very safe and healthy, occasionally a runner will go down and have a cardiac arrest. We recently completed a study looking at the phenomena of cardiac arrest during marathon running and found that the most important determinant of whether a runner lives or dies is whether a bystander performs CPR the minute the runner goes down. So clearly, with that scientific finding, it became obvious that we needed to develop a program to put that into action.
And have there been many cardiac arrests at Boston or other marathons?
There have been a handful of cardiac arrests at Boston, and the medical staff here is superb, and they've dealt with them very effectively. And at other marathons around the country, this happens from time to time. We estimate anywhere from 15 to 20 events per year in our country.
And Patty, when did the technique of performing CPR change?
Well, actually, there's been a lot of research done on this, and 2 years ago it was really came to a head when they realized that a lot of bystanders didn't want to perform the old-fashioned CPR, and that really chest compressions were the way to go. So if you started it quick and fast and just did that, it was as successful. So that's when it changed. And Jarrett, how has the American Red Cross become involved with the Boston Marathon?
We've been running with medical volunteers for 38 years. Actually, the same leadership for 38 years has been running. A woman named Candy Finch has been coordinating our volunteer effort. There we have medically trained volunteers, so if somebody goes into cardiac arrest or has any other kind of immediate pressing medical need, we can do sort of immediate response and obviously get the folks to the hospital where they need to go to stabilize them.
And Dr. Bagish, what is the goal of the program?
The goal of the program is to introduce as many runners as possible to the basics of CPR, to really provide them with the tools to step into action should that need arise. Our vision is to have a critical mass of runners streaming down the course from Hopkinton to Boylston Street ready to perform CPR, to bridge the gap between the victim that falls and the definitive emergency medical care that we as race providers and the emergency medical services provide.
And Patty, how can a marathon runner get a formal CPR certification?
Well, they can go to the American Heart Association website, AHA.org, and they can search on CPR classes. They can put in their zip code, and it'll show them exactly where they can go to get a class to get certified.
Or they can go to the redcross.org site and get their certification. I mean, there are many organizations which offer that certification. We're very, I think the Heart Association, Red Cross, and are probably the two biggest providers of that. But we're very excited.
Yeah, and part of this program is to provide runners with the basic skill set they need to know to be able to move into action 24 hours later on the day of the marathon. But we obviously encourage every single runner, not just runners, but every member of our community, to network with the Red Cross and the Heart Association to take the formal certification course.
And Doctor, the term bridge the gap has been used with this program, so what does that mean?
So bridging the gap refers to the period of time between when a runner or a non-runner drops and has a cardiac arrest to the point at which definitive medical care, be that the paramedics, the EMTs, or a physician is there to overtake care. And that gap, which can last anywhere from seconds to many minutes, is the really critical period of time during which CPR makes the difference between life and death. And that's what we're really here to do, is to give people the tools to act and bridge that gap.
Patty, Dr. Bagish, and Jarrett, thank you so much for coming and talking about this life-saving program, and we hope that Race Day is a big success.
Thank you.
And if you would like to learn more about the CPR training program, go to BAA.org.